Well, how about that? Didn't blow me out this time. Usually, that opening in my headsets up here, it just, wow, like really loud. That time it was right, though. Good thing. Hey, way to start a new month. Way to start a new year for me. Yeah, it's my birthday. I was telling you about it last week. May 1st, my birthday. Yes, on this date, back when I was born. Yeah, I say this, and all of a sudden, I get a text message. Tell the old man I said happy birthday. Well, thank you. but anyway, what I was going to say, this is the day my mother shouted, Mayday, Mayday, not in a good sense of the term, but the distress signal sense of the term. And I lived up to it, by golly. Anyway, we grew out of it, had a good time, got older, took on responsibility, and started doing what we were supposed to do, right? I guess we all gone through that a little bit. Anyway, this is Morning Coffee with TALTOA. It's a special Morning Coffee with TALTOA. Why? Because we're live. We are live this morning on YouTube. We're going to be doing it occasionally. I said the other day sometime, it'd probably be on Fridays, but it could be any day of the week. But anyway, we are live, and glad you have tuned in. Anyway, I'm sitting here, I got a million things going through my mind right now because I'm thinking about last week. I'm thinking about what we're going to talk about today, thinking about what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, Morning Coffee. And it's all very relevant to you working as a freight broker, even a trucking company. If you're a carrier and you're trying to get your own customers or you're trying to build your business base, it doesn't matter, broker, carrier, these roles apply to you. All right. They apply to you just like they do a broker. So go back and watch last week's Morning Coffee. Last week, Morning Coffee, we were talking about the 5 broker habits that guarantee success. You could switch that out for trucker habits, carrier habits, for success. But go back and review them. Last Monday, we talked about prospecting. Then Tuesday, making sales calls. On Wednesday, time management. Then on Thursday, relationship building. And this past Friday, customer service. And that's pretty important. Today, we're going to be talking about, though, kind of the flip side of that coin. Instead of talking about things that guarantee success, these are things that can lead to failure. First step today is going to be procrastinating. Do you procrastinate? Does anybody out there procrastinate? Come on, raise your hand. We all do from time to time, but as a broker, man, when you get down to business, you can afford to I can't even say it. I dislike that word so much I can't even say it. You can't afford to procrastinate because procrastination costs you money. It goes back to what we were talking about last week with time management. Now, procrastinating. Let's give you an example. And this happens with my clients, quite a bit now. If you didn't know, yes, I'm the host of the Morning Coffee with TALTOA. Yes, I am the host of the FBTV podcast. We drop that once a week. It's on your favorite podcasting app. Even Morning Coffee is on your favorite podcasting app, but it's also, you can see it on YouTube as well. But I'm the lead consultant for TALTOA. TALTOA is a transportation and logistics training and consulting firm. And if you haven't checked out the website. We just rebuilt it. Over the weekend. It was a job. And up there, you're going to find all the information about TALTOA and what we do. The package is available to you. You can ask us questions. Matter of fact, we've added something new to the website. If you're looking at our website and you got a question, you can actually chat with us live. Now, obviously, an operator has to be on duty, but if they're not, you're going to be able to send us a question via email. All right, so you'll see it down in the bottom right. I should have had it opened up, but tomorrow I'll show you. But anyway, it's there. You can go to the website now and look. But procrastinating. Let's talk about procrastinating. I have clients that procrastinate. I know they do. It's obvious. A lot of people do. They get in this business, and it doesn't matter what job it is. It doesn't matter. It does not matter what job you have. There's going to be something about that job you don't like. And generally, that something is going to be something that you'd rather not do it. And so what happens, instead of doing what you've got to do to get it behind you, you procrastinate. You put it off, you put it off, you put it off. Then before you know it, it's too late. Same thing with a broker. The biggest thing I see brokers do that lead down that road of failure is procrastinate. They don't make the sales calls. And, that always boggles my mind for the simple reason, if you don't make the sales call, you're not going to get a customer. No customer, no loads. No loads. Well, you can't make any money. You got to have the loads, right? So what happens is they go to work building their prospect list. That's where they are accumulating names of companies, phone numbers, locations, putting them on a list, piece of paper, legal pad, whatever, of companies they wish to call when they're ready to start their, making sales calls. And that's fine. They should be doing that. But you should not be doing that when it's time to be making the sales calls. You should do it at night or, whatever, get ahead of the game, because what you're doing, you're procrastinating. Instead of making the call, I'll make my list now instead of making the call. I'll add to my list. Well, that doesn't do you any good. You got to pick up the phone and call. Because a lot of people, they just don't like making the sales calls. If there's one thing that a broker does not like to do, most of them anyway, that's pick up the phone and make the call. And it's so easy to do. And you can't be worried about people telling you no. Yeah, people are going to tell you no. It's sales. It's a sales call. People will tell you no. More times than not, most of them will tell you no. But you've got to not worry about that. You got to be focused on the yeses. That's what you're looking for. So don't put off making the call. Make the call. Another way of procrastinating that I've seen brokers do is, you got to the point where you've got lanes built. You told the customer, yeah, I can move that load. Send me the paperwork, and you've actually got the load. You committed to the load before you actually have a truck. And yeah, we got to do that sometimes as a broker, but we do it only when we are 99.999% sure we're going to be able to get a truck, because we're able to get that truck for that load all the time. But there will come a day occasionally when something's out of kilter. You get the load and nobody calls you. None of the trucks that usually haul the load are available. What do you do? Well, if you got a load, you can usually get a truck for within 15, 20 minutes. All right. Give yourself that amount of time. So the customer has called you. They said, okay, here, here's that load. You've got it. It's your load. And 15, 20 minutes go by and no trucks. What do? I will give myself one more 15 to 20 minute period just to see. If after that second 15 to 20 minute period, the first 15, 20 minute period, I know from experience, that is when I usually get a call from a truck for the load. They usually, I can move it that quick. It's not a big deal. But if not today, I'll give it that second 15 to 20 minutes. And if after that 15 to 20 minutes, I am calling my customer, I'm going to call. I'm going to say, hey, listen, the truck that I usually can get for this load, no go today. I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm not bailing on you. I just, giving you the heads up what's going on. And it's number one priority in my office. I'm doing everything I can to find a truck. You see what I'm saying? You're communicating. Don't put off calling your customer. They expect you to communicate. And I've seen brokers, they procrastinate. I don't want to call my customer. No, I don't want to call them. The next thing you know, it's an hour later. The next thing you know, it's 3 hours later. Then the next thing you know, your customer's calling you, hey, where's the truck? And now you've got yourself in a pickle. Communicate. Don't procrastinate. Don't put it off. That's all it is, putting it off. Do the task that needs to be done then. You see what I'm saying? Procrastination, that will sink you just like complacency. And that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow on Morning Coffee with TALTOA. All right. We've been live this morning. Tomorrow we'll be back regular time, 6 a.m. And in the video form, not live. And when we get ready to do another live broadcast, we'll give you a heads up on it. Anyway, or you can look on the YouTube channel. Matter of fact, it will tell you, go to the live and it'll say coming up live. You know how to do that. Anyway, before I get out of here, remember to, it's over here, isn't it? It's over here. Everything's backwards. Subscribe, and don't forget to like. You know, the more likes we get, the more subscribers we get, the more popular the channel will get, and the more people come and help us grow. All right, because we're here to help you grow your transportation company, be it a broker, carrier, whatever it might be. Check out the new website, TALTOA.com. If you see something on there you have questions about, you want to ask me about, want to talk about, feel free to call me. 479-668-0838. Go have a great Monday, unless, of course, you've made other plans. See you tomorrow.